Why is a league with 70% of its players African American, led by head coaches who've been predominantly white?
The league's kind of going backwards. Each year, league officials talk about the need for improving diversity.
In this country, these things are seen far too often along racial lines. And if you see African American people speaking about this, it feels as though that it's a racially segregated issue, which it is in many respects, unfortunately, because anyone who is socially conscious can see what's going on.
When teams began making coaching changes at the end of the 2018 season, the black and white issue came into stark contrast. 5 of the 8 fired coaches were black, and so far, none of the coaches hired to replace them is black.
Rooney Rule. The Rooney Rule stipulates that NFL teams will at least interview a minority candidate for top positions, such as head coach, team president.
On to the NFL now. The Giants are reportedly set to hire Patriots special teams coordinator and wide receivers coach Joe Judge as their next head coach. That despite the state of the Patriots wide receivers this past year. In a word, bad.
Anonymous black NFL assistants blaming the lack of hires on, wait for it, racism. The NFL Network's Jim Trotter said he received a text from a black assistant saying, quote, NFL has finally shown it's not the place for black men to advance. It's ridiculous. It's disgusting. We can sell tickets and make plays, but we can't leave.
Something got to be done just to be.
They just want to win. And they think the key to winning is hiring guys who share their values. Values supersede color.
And still the complexion gets you the connection.
See, and here's the
only thing I want you to consider, though, is there are universal football values.
Race plays a big part in this. You don't see black coaches getting just pulled out of nowhere the same way Joe Judge was. And I think one of the quotes, I don't know if we have it up, but one of the quotes that David Tepper made about this hire makes it clear to me one of the problems. The issue, in my view, is not necessarily that these owners or David Tepper specifically is like a raging racist or anything. The idea is that we're humans, and all humans have unconscious biases. And David Tepper had a quote where he specifically said, I saw a lot of myself in him. He looks like me. He's a slob like me. He was a line cook like me. And that's the problem, is that
the point is this. I totally agree with that point. The point is this. Some guys may surprise you. Oh, look, that turned out he was a great hire.
Yeah.
But the point is the African-American candidate will never have a chance to surprise you because he'll never be plucked from the ranks of,
from a wide receiver
coach and given the chance.
Because obviously, look, it's a bad look, but more importantly, you know, it's wrong, right? I mean, like there should be more opportunity for people of color, and I think they're very concerned that there isn't. Last year, multiple minority coaches fired, only 1 hired, right? This year, none hired to this point. Maybe Eric Bieniemy can get that Browns job. Maybe he can't. We're not hearing that he's a leading candidate there. Very difficult situation. It's difficult. I mean, it's difficult for me to come in here and talk about it because I'm perceived as part of the problem, right? The league is white owners, white GMs, traditionally white media. I mean, like that's a big. So a lot of the perspective has to change, and I think it's going to take a long time for it to change.
Something got to be done.
Good for him. I'm happy for him. The other conversation is, it is so frustrating that people that look like Joe Judge are the only people that get to take this career path. That we are in a league that is over 60% black and less than 10% of the coaches are black. And he became Joe Judge because it's like, wait, who? He became the poster boy for this. This is not his fault. And by the way, the Giants are allowed to hire on an individual basis whomever they want. This is not the Giants' fault. It is just another reminder that there's a systemic problem in this league when it comes to giving non-white guys opportunities to be head coaches. And we can go down the list. Yeah, of course, Eric Bieniemy should be a top.
And still the complexion gets you the connection.
See, and here's the.
Something got to be done just to be.